conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about the button groups and we have discussed about the button menu. Then how can we design the button menu component and how can we represent the button groups we have discussed in the previous session. And then we have discussed about the lightning card component. So what exactly the lightning card and how it look like? What are the various parts that we have in this lightning card component we have discussed in the previous session. And we have discussed about the various properties that we have for lightning card and how can we represent the content in the different parts of lightning card we have discussed by using RSet component. So now today we'll see the practical use case. How can we design this lightning card? Okay, we'll see with the practical use case today here. Now, so now my requirement is I would like to design a lightning card component like this. For example, I'm going to the account object, open any one of the accounting card. For example, Burlington Textile Corporation of America. So whenever I'm representing this details, now it is providing the lightning card over here. This is the lightning card component. This is the lightning card component. Now I want to design this component right now here. I want to design this component. So then how can we design this component? Okay, now let's see. Here I want to design this exact component here. I want to place an icon. I want to place the title and the subtitle for this okay, component over here. I want to place this button components over here. And then I would like to represent the content also. I want to represent the content also. Then how can we design this kind of component? Okay, now let's see with the practical use case. So let me take a screenshot now. So now this is the component which I would like to design. I want to design the component exactly similar fashion. How can we do that? Now let's see with the practical. Now make a note of this use case. Design a lightning component to represent the account record basic details, by using lightning card, component. Then how can we design the lightning component which can be used to represent the recorded details of that account? It will show the basic detail. That's what the component is called as a compact layout. As part of your application, that is called as a compact layout, which represents the basic details of the account record, like the name of the record, rating value, industry, owner name, and the type of the record. These basic details it will show, not the complete details. Clear? Now let's see. So now this component is called as compact layout. This is called as compact layout. This is called as detail layout. This is called as a detail layout. Now, then how can we design this compact layout? Now let me show you with the practical use case. Now let me go to my developer console. Now I'm creating a new lighting component. Now I would like to represent account details card component. I'm giving the component a name as account details card component. Now click on submit button. Now here we can represent the card component here. I'm using the div tag. Inside the div tag, we have to use lightning card component. Here I'm going to be indicating the icon name. Icon name equals to I would like to represent the icon. When you go to this lightning card, here it is representing this account records icon. This is account object icon. Now, where is this icons? Let's see. Go to your lightning design system. Go to the icons, and the account record icon is available here. This is the standard icon, which is a account icon here. Now, just we can reference. So we can specify standard account because we are having exact icon is available here inside my lightning design system with the name account, which is comes under standard icon here. Now, and then we can specify the footer information also. We can specify whatever you want. If you want to specify the footer information, then you can specify. Footer property equals to copyrights reserved for salesforce.com. Now, we are representing this information. We are using this lightning card. I'm giving the icon name property, which will be representing this icon name over here. And then I would like to represent some footer also. Okay. Now, let me place this content over here. Let me represent. I would like to apply some style also over here, or else you can directly call this component. I'm calling this component now. Account details, card component. Let's preview. Now it is representing the content over here. Now it is showing the content over here. So now the icon, whatever the icon we have specified, the icon is getting visible. Now, I would like to represent the remaining content also here. I would like to represent the remaining content also. So now as part of this component, I would like to show the icon. Beside the icon, I would like to represent the title part here. In order to show this a title part here we are having two things. First one, it is having account, which will be visible like as a normal font. And then it is indicating the account record name, which will be in bold format here. So now here, two lines of content I want to show. For that reason, here I'm going to be using this RR set. Inside this lightning card, we are using this RR set. RR set. Here I want to show that name as account. I'm giving a break tag over here. In the second line, I want to show the content Burlington Textile Corporation of America. This is the name of the record over here. I want to show this name in bold format over here. Now we can specify. In bold format, I'm representing Burlington Textile Corporation of America. So now this is the content here. Now this content I want to show where inside my title part here. So in this RR set, we can specify attribute. Attribute equals to title. That means by using this RR set, we can combine some multiple lines of content, and this content we can represent in the required place by using this attribute property. Because that already we know, as part of this lightning card, we are having four parts are available, like the title part, actions part, content part, footer part. These are the four parts are available over here. In this case, we can able to represent this content here. In the title place, I would like to show this content here. That's what I'm indicating in RR set attribute equals to title here. Now let's refresh this. Now we can represent the content here. So now we are able to show the icon. Beside the icon, I'm representing this account, and then I'm representing this name of the account record with the bold format, along with this copyrights information also over here. Now, next one here. What is the next part over here? I would like to show this button components. Now this icon is not required right now here because it is a hierarchy icon here. Now, so I would like to represent this button components in the actions part. Now we can place these buttons over here. Now I would like to place the buttons. RR set. Attribute equals to actions part. Here we can place the buttons here. Now I would like to represent the button components over here. I want to show the follow button first. Lightning button. Now the label follow. Icon name equals to, I would like to specify, there is an add icon here. This icon will be the add icon. Now in the utility, we are having this add icon is available. Now, utility add icon. And then I'm giving a space, ampersand NBSP semicolon, I'm giving a space. I'm giving one more space over here, ampersand NBSP semicolon. New blank space. Okay, NBSP semicolon means new blank space. Now we are representing this icon here. There is a button control we have represented, and then I would like to place this four buttons over here. New contact, new case, new node, and then we are having this button. Now here in this case, I would like to prepare this button group. Observe this one. These buttons are combinedly, okay, concatenated here. No space. These buttons have been grouped together here. So I would like to prepare these buttons. Now I'm adding the button group, lightning button group. Inside the button group, I'm adding the button components over here. Lightning button label equals to new contact. Lightning button label equals to new case. Lightning button label equals to new node. And then we are placing these three button components over here. And then beside that, we are having the button menu. Lightning button menu. Inside this button menu, we are having so many menu items are available here. These are all other menu items. New opportunity, change owner, check for new data, submit for approval, edit button, delete button, sharing button, view account hierarchy, view website, like that various options are available. Now let me add these buttons over here. Lightning menu item. Lightning menu item here. Label equals to new opportunity. Change owner. Check for new data. Submit for approval. Edit button. Delete button. Sharing button. View account hierarchy. View website. These are the various menu items that I'm going to represent here. Now, let me refresh this. It won't show here. Now, click on update and preview. Now we can see the buttons over here. These are the buttons are available over here. We are giving this a space. Follow button. Icon is not available here. Icon name property. Now the icon will be getting visible over here. Now let me apply the variant. Variant equals to brand outline. The same variant I want to apply for all the buttons over here. So let's refresh this screen now. Now we are able to represent this. So now we are having this a top part because I'm having this icon. We have this title over here. This is a subtitle. We are having this a follow button, and then we are having new contact, new case, new node, and then we are having the button menu items here. Menu item. These are all the various menus are available. By default, it is having this element as a left element over here. That's what menu is visible at the right side automatically here. So now in the right space side, we don't have any space. For that one, I'm unable to see the actual content here. So we can specify what is the property here. Menu element property here. In this case, we can specify right. Menu element property here, I'm indicating as right. So now please do that right element over here. Refresh this one now. So the menu will be available here. As soon as once you click on this menu, it will be representing in the right side over here. Okay, it will be having the right side element over here so that we can see that menu. Suppose if you don't know the space is available or not, it should be done automatically. Then what needs to be done? Menu element will be auto. That's it. Simple concept here. You can specify auto. Automatically it will adjust that. Based on the space availability, it will be representing that menu by doing the respective element. It may be right, it may be left element. The default element will be the left element over here. Now based on the space availability, it will be arranging the element automatically here. Okay, now. So now here we are going to be representing the basic content. Next. Now we are done up to this part here. Now I want to represent this content over here. The record content I would like to represent. So now here in this case, it will be looking like as a table or format. We have to design a table. In this table, these are the columns. First column, type. Second one, phone. Third one, website. Fourth one, account owner. Fifth one, account site. Sixth one, industry. These are the columns are available in my table. I will decide the columns whatever I want. I will place one record also inside the table. Now, let's see how can we do this. Now, next one. I would like to place the content over here. We don't need to specify RA set for the content because inside that lightning card, if you are writing any content without using RA set, automatically that will be comes under content part automatically by default. Suppose if you want to show some content in the title place, we are using RA set attribute equals to title. Inside this RA set only, we are writing the content. Suppose if I'm not writing any RA set over here, if I'm directly writing some part, some information that will be visible in the content part automatically by default here. Now, here's the content here. I'm defining a table. In this table, I'm using the table row. In this table row, I would like to represent the table heading. That means column names over here. Like for example, I would like to represent the rating, table heading, industry, table heading, annual revenue, table heading, type. That means account to type, table heading, ownership, table heading, customer priority, or simply we can say it as a priority, table heading, active status. Here I'm indicating table heading, billing state, billing country. These are the details I would like to represent inside the table here. Now inside the table, I'm going to be representing this. Okay, these are the columns: rating column, industry, annual revenue, account type, ownership, billing state, billing country, priority, active status. Now let's see. We can represent the columns over here. The columns will be visible over here. Okay, rating column, industry, annual revenue, type, ownership, and all this content will be getting visible here. Now I would like to show the content inside this. Now the table row. I want to represent the table data. Okay, because here these are the column headings. Now I would like to show the column data. Now I'm indicating rating as some hot. In the second column, industry, for example, I want to indicate insurance. In the third column, annual revenue value some 31 lakhs. Fourth one, account type average is a customer direct. Ownership some public. It's a public organization. Billing state some Telangana. Billing country is some India. Customer priority high. Active status yes. This is the data I would like to represent here. Now let's see how can we represent. Now I'm representing the data here. Rating value, industry, annual revenue, type, ownership, billing state, country, priority, active status. All these values we can able to represent here. Now, in this case, if you want to show one more row over here, then we can add one more row also, depends upon your requirement. I'm indicating as warm. This is consulting, 26 lakhs. Prospect, state some Mumbai, sorry, Maharashtra. Customer priority is some medium. And we can say the active status as yes. Now we can represent the required content, whatever you want. We can show the two records also over here. So based on the business needs, we can able to represent the content also over here. Clear? Now, so now this is how we can able to design the required the content and the title and the actions part annual rating card. So these are the four parts are available. We are having this the title part, actions part, content part, and the footer part. These are the four parts are available as part of your rating card component. Here I'm having this two spaces are available over here. I want to remove one space over here. Instead of giving this two spaces, I would like to give only one space. Now, let me remove this one also. Now the buttons are available here. Sorry, yes. Hmm. Now, in that case, we can specify the variant. Okay, we can apply the variant also here. Now we can specify the variant. variant equals to container. Refresh this. It will be having that various variants will be available here for that button menu as well here. Now we can able to represent that variance like as a bear, container, and then we are having this border, border inverse. The various options are available here. Like as some border. Refresh this. Now you will be getting this border will be available over here. Now we can able to see the content as well. Depends upon your requirement, we can able to apply. Okay. So this is how we can able to represent the card component as part of your lighting framework. We can design your own lighting card. Inside the card, we can represent the required title. We can show the action related buttons as well. And we can represent the required content also. And then we can show the footer content also here. Right, that's what I told you here. If you're not using this RR set, without using RR set, whatever the content that are prepared, that will be visible in content part automatically. Okay, if you want to place the content in a specific part, like a title or actions or footer, then only we can go with the help of this okay, RR set component. Or else it's not required. Okay, now let me place this content. Clear? Next. Next one. Next one, lightning accordion control. Accordion component here. So what exactly this accordion component and what are the various properties are available for accordion component? So where we can use now, let me show you first. Then we'll see how to use this one to represent the required content. Now let's see. For example, I'm having my Salesforce arc. I'm having my Salesforce arc. I'm having my object here. For example, position object, a custom object. Open the record information here. Now here we are able to see the record detailed information. I'm able to show the record information also inside this. Now upon representing this fields, okay, on this particular page layout, we have divided the fields to various sections. We have divided the fields to various page layout sections. Now this is one section here, information section. Second one, milestone details section. Third one, compensation details section. Fourth one, contact details section. Additional information section. Position description section. System information section. So now, whatever the fields that we have in my object, all the fields we have represented in different sections. Now, to divide this page into the various sections here, whatever the component they have used, this entire component is called as accordion control. This is called as lightning accordion component. This is called as lightning accordion component. Now, the whole component is called as lightning accordion component. In this component here, whatever the sections that we have, this each section will be called as accordion section. This is called as accordion section. This is called as accordion section. These are the two components we have to use. Like previously, we have discussed tab set and the tab, both combination we have used. Like the similar way here also, we are going to be dividing the whole page into various small parts over here. Like for example, assume that I have a white paper. Okay, I have a white paper. On that white paper, I want to draw two diagrams here. Then what we will do generally, we are dividing the page into two halves over here. On the first part, we will be designing one diagram. In the second part, we are designing second diagram. Like the similar way, whatever the page space that we have, if you want to divide the page space into small pieces, then we can go with the help of accordion component over here. Okay, accordion component. Now, in this particular accordion component here, which will be having some specific space, if that space you want to subdivide it into small pieces over here, then we can go with the help of accordion section here. It's called as accordion section. Understood the concept here? To design this whole component, accordion component, we are using the help of a component called as lightning accordion. And then to add the sections inside that, we are going to be using the component called as lightning accordion section component here. Now, in each section, we can place your visual appearance control. In each section, we can place some text boxes, buttons, tick list, check boxes, and then email controls, phone controls, everything we can able to place inside that. Okay, understood the concept now? So now here in this case, how to use this kind of accordion control and the accordion section components here, we'll see with the practical. Okay, then what properties are available? We'll see that first. Now, make a note of this one. Accordion component. This component is used to divide the page or component space into smaller pieces, into smaller pieces. And we can represent the required content in each piece of the component. Now, we can use one or more accordion components inside the lightning component, inside the lightning component, which contain one or more sections inside it, which can be prepared by using lightning accordion section component. Accordion section component should be always a child component to the accordion control. Inside an accordion component, we can place one or more accordion sections. Each accordion section will represent the required visual appearance control. That means input components. Visual appearance controls. Now properties. First property is the ID property, which is used to specify the reference name. That means unique reference name. Second one. Second one, we are using allow multiple sections open property to Boolean. This property is used to make multiple accordion sections to be get open at a time. Disable property, which is a Boolean property, to indicate this whether this particular component will be in disabled state or not. Now, label property to specify the label to be visible for the section. Boolean property to make this particular section to be in disabled state. Done with this? Now, let's see how can we represent the registration form components into okay, the lightning accordion component. Let's see with the practical. So already we have discussed about the registration form. How can we design the registration form? We have discussed over there. Now I would like to represent those fields okay, inside the various sections. How can we represent? Okay, we'll see. Done with this? Now, let me create a component over here. Now I want to use the lightning card here itself. Inside this lightning card, I would like to place those. Inside the lightning card, I would like to have that sections over here. Let's see. I'm creating a component. Lightning component. Registration details card component here. I would like to place the lightning card. I'm using this div tag. I'm using this lightning card. Icon name equals to, I would like to specify standard account icon. And then I would like to specify the footer part. Copyrights reserved. Salesforce.com. Now I would like to represent the content over here. That means I would like to place the title here. Now I want to specify the content. RA set. Attribute equals to title. Here I'm indicating customer registration. I'm indicating as a new customer. I would like to represent the title over here. And the buttons I would like to show as it is. That means all the actions. Buttons also I'm representing as it is. Now I don't want this component over here. I would like to represent. Registration details card component. Now this update this preview. Now it is indicating the content here. Customer registration. There is a new customer over here. We are having this button components will be available as it is. Now I would like to show that content here. Let's see how can we represent the content. Here I'm providing the div tag. I would like to place the content here. So already we have designed how can we represent the registration form components over there. Already we have discussed. In the lightning input component, we have discussed over here. Now we have designed the table here. Under this each and every table, we are going to be representing this separate content here. We have placed the table row. I'm preparing the component over here. Inside the division, I'm using lightning accordion control. Inside this, I'm adding this lightning accordion section. In this section, I would like to place that here. I'm placing this table tag. Inside the table, I'm going to be representing this two columns here by table. Accordion section. Now, let's see. Refresh this now. You will be getting this accordion section here. For this accordion section, I haven't given any label as of now. I would like to specify the label. I want to indicate customer basic details. Basic details. Let's run this one. Now we are having this basic details section over here. Now this is the section that we have basic details. Under this basic details section, so now we can able to place this text boxes whatever you want here. Depends upon the requirement. And then, if you want to place some more fields here, we can place some more. Now some more fields also I would like to place. These controls also I would like to represent. Now let's refresh this. Now inside this basic details section, we can able to place the fields like the first name, last name, current employer, designation, salary, and the age. Now this is one section. Now I would like to add one more section over here. There is the first lightning accordion section over here. Next, the second section, let me add lightning accordion section label equals to contact details section. In this contact details section, I would like to represent some fields. Then what's the fields you would like to represent that we can specify? I'm using this table here. Inside the table, I would like to represent the table rows. Contact details, the website name, email ID, birth date, and the city name, state name, country, all these things. I would like to place inside this. Now here we have placed one more section. In this section, we have placed the fields over here. We have placed some set of fields inside this section. Let's go to your user interface. Refresh the screen now. We are having this second section here, contact details section. Now the contact details section will be getting visible here. Inside this contact details section, we can able to place the required fields inside this. Next. Now I would like to add one more section also. Accordion section. I'm giving the label user details section. I would like to specify that user details. Username, password, confirm password, joining in our newsletter, like that here. These are the four. I want to place inside this. Here I'm using table. I'm placing this. We have placed these controls. Now let's refresh this user interface now. We can add one more section also here. Multiple sections will be available. We are having basic details section, contact details section, user details section also available here. So now here in this case, not only representing the data like as one by one, one by one, one by one, we can divide them to the various sections also over here. But in this case, by default, only one section will be in enabled state over here. If I'm selecting the second section, first section is disabled. I want to make multiple sections to be in enabled state over here. See, here we can enable multiple sections also. This section also has been expanded here. Second section also expanded. Third one also expanded. I want to make like this. In this case, we can specify a property over here. As part of this accordion section component, accordion component, we can specify allow multiple sections open. I'm indicating the value true. So please make sure that multiple sections also should be get opened over here. Now let's refresh this. Now multiple sections also we can open now. Now I'm opening contact details section, basic details section also. Multiple sections also you can open at a time, depends upon your business requirement here. User details section also you can open here. Previously we are able to open only one section. Upon selecting the one section, one remaining section will be in disabled state. But now we are able to enable the multiple sections also by using this property. Okay, so that here whatever the fields you are going to represent, those fields we can able to divide into various small sections by using accordion component, by using accordion sections as well inside this. Okay, understood the concept now? No. This is the functionality of accordion section. That means just it is used to represent the fields in various sections. That's it. It won't have any functionality inside it here. It won't do any actions inside this. Okay, only to arrange the fields we are using the sections. Clear? Sorry? Yes. Whenever we are representing these fields, we are going to be using that accordion section only. Now, here this is the default gray color here. For each section, you will be having the property. You will be having the class property. We can apply your own color, whatever you want. Yes. For every section, we have to apply the color as usual. Now, let me place the component code over here. I'm giving like as a use case. Design a lightning component to represent the customer registration form details in various sections. I'm placing the component code and the application also. Done with this? Next. Now, in this case, as of now, you know how to design the user interfaces, how to place the visual appearance controls. Like we are able to have our own lightning component. On this lightning component, we can place some text boxes also here. And we are able to place some button components also. We are able to place some button components also. Like for example, I'm placing the text boxes like first number text box and the second number text box and the result text box. Okay, result text box. Now here I'm placing the three text boxes to enter the first number and second number value. Here I'm having the button components like addition button, subtraction button, multiplication, division, and the modulus. For example, I have entered some data in these text boxes. I have entered the data, first text box, first number value I have given 4,000. Second number value I have given some 200. Now, as soon as once you click on this addition button, it should display the addition of these two values, 4,200. Now, it has to do some action. If you want to do this action, then what needs to be done? We have to write some logic here. Okay, we have to write some logic. In order to write that logic, we are going to be using the help of a feature called as JavaScript. We are not performing this operation inside my Salesforce server. To do this kind of basic calculation, Salesforce server is not at all required. We can do this basic calculation in our browser level itself. So in that case, inside the browser, how can we perform this operation? In order to perform this operation in the browser level, we require JavaScript programming. By using this JavaScript programming, we can able to write that business logic which will be executing in the client side. That means inside the browser level, I want to execute the business logic which will do certain operation, and finally we can able to place that result inside my third text box over here. In the case, how to perform this operation by using JavaScript? Then what exactly the JavaScript programming? What are the various fundamental building blocks that we have in JavaScript? Okay, we'll see in tomorrow's session. From tomorrow onwards, 4 sessions completely we are spending on JavaScript programming here. 4 to 5 sessions. Now, concept is very simple. Let me tell you one small point here. In Apex programming, we have discussed fundamental concepts here, like data types, and then variables, operators, conditional statements, iterative statements, and then we are having arrays. Now, these same features are available in JavaScript also. Okay, in JavaScript also. Additionally, we are having option called as objects, like as collections. Okay, in our Apex programming, we have collections. In our JavaScript, we are having objects features here. These are the fundamental features. Then what features are available in JavaScript? What data types are available in JavaScript? How to define the variable? And then how can we use operators? What operators are available in JavaScript? How to write the code? Where to write the code? How to execute? How to see the results? Everything we'll see in tomorrow's session here. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to be discussing about the JavaScript fundamental concepts over here. Okay, understood the concept here? Don't miss this part here. JavaScript is a base. It's a heart for Lightning framework. It may be ARA, it may be LWC. JavaScript is the base. Okay, don't miss the features from tomorrow onwards here. Then where to write the code, how to write the code, I will show you with practical by using a separate editor called as Visual Studio Code Editor. Then what is the Visual Studio Code Editor? How to install, where to install, we'll see one by one. Okay, clear up to this one? No. But do the practice on these features as of now, whatever we have discussed. From now onwards, we are entering into practical part over here, like as JavaScript. And then we'll come back to this user interfaces, how to write the business logics. Okay, now. Thank you.